Cinema Sickness here with a bit of an announcement for you. Don't worry, Daily Sickness video is coming. As soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to shoot today's Daily Sickness video. But wanted to do this video for you guys quickly before I did that, talking to you guys about an announcement I have about an upcoming event that I am attending that a lot of you guys have been asking about ever since last year, and that is the 2015 Blobfest. Yes, something very awesome, something I hold dear to my heart. I love the Blobfest. Goes on every single year in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, the home of the Blob. Absolutely love the Blobfest. What the Blobfest is it's just a whole festival just to show the love and the passion this area has for the fantastic sci-fi, the fantastic Steve McQueen sci-fi movie, The Blob. Just such a great film. You've never seen The Blob? See it. And the remake's really good too. The sequel's not, but the remake's really, really good. Check them out. So The Blob, absolutely fantastic. The Blobfest is an amazing event. This year it is going on July 10th, 11th, and 12th. Again, it's a fantastic event that a lot of you guys were asking about. I shoot a video there every single year, at least for the past 2 years anyway, that I've been doing videos and stuff. So check those videos out. If I can find them, I'll just do a search for them. If I can find them, I'll put links down below to those videos. I'll also put a link down below to the Colonial Theater's whole webpage for the Blobfest, because they put the Blobfest on. And for those of you who do not know, the Colonial Theater is the actual theater that the Blob attacks in the film. So it's awesome to watch the Blob there. You're sitting there, you're watching the Blob attack the theater you're watching the Blob in. It is so amazing and so awesome. It's such a fun time. People screaming at the screens, saying all kinds of stuff, having a fantastic time. It's just an amazing environment to watch the Blob in. But it's not just going to watch the Blob. You have these street fairs. So what ends up happening on Friday night, what they do is they have a screening of the Blob, which is already sold out. Sorry, guys, but that is already sold out, that screening. And at that screening, what they do is at 9 o'clock, after the movie ends at 9 o'clock, everybody comes charging out of the theater, screaming and yelling and whatnot, reenacting the scene from the Blob where everybody comes screaming out of the theater when the Blob attacks it. Pretty awesome. The film crews come and they shoot and everything. I do plan on shooting. If all goes according to plan, I tried to shoot last year and I shot video, and then for some reason my phone, which I shot the video on, decided to eat my video, and it was gone. I couldn't get it back. So that sucks, but hopefully this year everything will go according to plan, and I'll be able to film that. So that's what goes on Friday night. Again, it's just a showing of the Blob, and then everybody comes screaming and running out of the theater. Pretty awesome, pretty neat. It's a cool event if you're in the area and you want to check it out. I think when everybody comes running out, I think that goes on around 9 o'clock. So pretty awesome. I will be there for that, just for a little bit to try to film that. It'd be pretty cool. So again, that's what goes on Friday on the 10th. But on Saturday the 11th, this is when everything gets pretty awesome. They do have, I believe it's 2 showings of the Blob, and they're double features. It's the Blob and 2 other movies. I believe there are 2 other sci-fi movies. I can't think off the top of my head what those movies are. You can find out, again, down below, a link to the Colonial Theater Blobfest webpage. Check that out. It'll show you what movies are playing. It's dirt cheap too. It's like $10 to go see a movie. It's cheap. It's absolutely awesome. And again, it's a double feature of 2 fantastic sci-fi movies, a Blob and something else really, really awesome. So you get to see that if you want to go see it. But even if you don't want to go see it, even if you don't want to go see the Blob, which I highly recommend doing, it is pretty awesome, again, to see the Blob in the theater that the Blob is attacking while watching the Blob. Very, very cool. But even if you don't, just going to the street fair is awesome. They block off the whole street that the Colonial Theater sits on, which is the main street that runs through Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And it is a great festival. They got all kinds of cool stuff, food, all kinds of awesome vendors selling all kinds of great stuff. If you like horror, definitely a cool place. There's all kinds of awesome, all sorts of awesome horror decor and stuff, and people selling movies and stuff like that. So it's a great place to even movie hunt. They have a costume contest. They have all kinds of other contests. It's really, really cool. It's this whole day-long event, and it's fantastic. Live music, all kinds of awesome stuff going on at the Blobfest, and it is definitely 100% worth checking out. I will be there hanging out for most of the day, and I highly recommend if any of you guys can get to Phoenixville, Pennsylvania on the 11th, let me know. We can all hang out. I'll be shooting a video. I'm going to shoot a video the whole day showing all the awesome stuff going on at the Blobfest. So if you guys are there, you can get on the video, we can hang out, we can chat, we can get something to eat together, we can walk around, check the place out. Should be a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to checking everything out going on this year. It's so much fun just to walk up and down the street and just check out all the cool vendors and what they're selling and all the great stuff, and even do a little bit of cinema hunting as well, since some of the vendors will be selling movies. And it's pretty cool because the people who sell movies, it's all kind of like fun horror stuff too. It's not usually, you're not going to go and find like copies of Titanic on VHS or something like that. You're going to go and find some cool, like more obscure horror movies and whatnot for a pretty good price. Their prices are pretty good. So awesome place to hunt, and just an awesome place to hang out, have fun, and just show your love for the classic Steve McQueen movie, The Blob, and just have a great time while doing it. So that's what's going on Saturday. Again, it's just the main Blobfest goes on Saturday. The block of the street, they have a whole big street fair, very awesome, and they do a couple showings of the actual Blob itself in the Colonial Theater, which again is really, really cool and really cheap to see a double feature of just some classic sci-fi movies. Definitely worth checking out. Then on Sunday, again, it's kind of like a bit of a dead day. The street fair is gone. They're not doing that anymore. But what they do is they have one last showing of the Blob, and they show it with usually an independent film, and I will be going to that one. As much as I love going to the Saturday showing of the Blob, because the crowd is awesome. You get an amazing crowd when they do the Saturday showings. The theater is packed. Everybody's having such a good time. Then afterwards, after you see both movies, you can actually go upstairs and tour the theater. You can see the actual projection room that the Blob attacks in the movie. They actually usually, every time I've been there anyway, they've always had the Blob. The actual Blob from the movie still exists. It's really cool. It's in a canister and everything. It's the actual Blob they use in the movie. Still exists. There's a guy who actually owns it from the area. So cool. Every year he's there. Has the canister. You can look into it, see the Blob. It is really, really, really awesome. It is so cool that you actually get to see the Blob. And the other year I was there, Keith Almany, who actually signed this copy of the Blob on VHS, he was actually there, and he's one of like the last few remaining people who are actually in the movie. He plays Danny, which is like the little brother in the movie. I don't think we have pictures of one here anywhere. No, but he is actually one of the last surviving people from the movie, and he was there signing autographs. Cool guy. Got to meet him, got a picture with him, got his autograph. Very, very awesome. So all kinds of cool stuff like that. A couple years ago, Tom Savini was there. I mean, all kinds of cool stuff like that happens. Who knows what's going on this year? Who knows who might be there? I always, just in case, be like, okay, who's been here in the past? And I'll bring like a DVD or something along with me for people who've been there in the past. I'll bring like a Tom Savini DVD just in case if he's there. Who knows? I can get him to sign it. So very, very cool that, again, after you watch the Blob, if you go see the Saturday showing, you get to actually go upstairs, see the theater, do a little bit of a tour of the theater, see the actual Blob, possibly meet somebody else if somebody else is there. It's really, really, really awesome. There's all kinds of cool Blob merchandise, Blobfest merchandise. It is just absolutely awesome. The whole town of Phoenix still just goes Blob crazy. And while you're in the area, you can even tour some stuff. Like, just look up online. If you guys meet up with me, I can show you some places. There's things like the Phoenixville High School, which is in the Blob. The Doc's house, which is literally like 2 blocks away from the Colonial Theater, is there. The whole, I mean, a lot of the movie takes place in Doc's house. It's right down the street. There's some areas in my hometown that's the Blob attacked. Like there's it used to be a grocery store up the street. It's not there anymore, but and that's sort of Blob attack there. There's all kinds of awesome stuff, and definitely worth seeing and doing just a small little tour if you have the time to do that. Look up some areas, and again, if you meet up with me, we can go around, we can check out some areas. That'd be pretty cool. So again, that's kind of like the whole Saturday thing. Definitely worth checking out. And then again, on Sunday, which I'm going to the Sunday showing of the Blob. That's the one I'm going to, because I really want to see I'm drawing a blank. The Ghastly Love of Johnny X, which is a really, really awesome independent sci-fi horror comedy musical. Really, really awesome movie. I did review it recently. The director that he actually sent me the DVD to review. It was really good. Gave it great review. Absolutely love the film, and they'll be showing it on 35mm in the actual theater. Really, really cool. A lot of times when I go see independent films there and stuff like that after the Blob, it's, you see the little play button come up and they're just projecting it from a DVD, which is fine and all, but this is going to actually be on a 35mm print. That is really, really cool. So I'm pretty excited to see The Ghastly Love of Johnny X on 35mm. That's going to be pretty cool. So that's a show I'm going to, because, again, even though the best showing, in my opinion, are the Saturday showings because you get the best crowd, The Sunday showing is also a lot of fun. There's a decent crowd there, and on top of it, you get to see a great independent film. That's how I've heard about Christopher Mim. I found out about his movies because last year I went to see one of his movies. It was fantastic, and now I'm a huge fan of his. And again, with the Ghastly Love of Johnny X, I've already seen the movie, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it on the big screen on 35 millimeter. That is going to be pretty awesome. So again, just wanted to quickly tell you guys all about the Blobfest. Again, it is going on July 10th, 11th, and 12th. Again, the 10th, that date is already sold out. They're just doing the run out where everybody comes screaming and running out of the theater at 9 o'clock. If you guys happen to be there, let me know. But Saturday is really the day to go, in my opinion, because you got the street fair, you got great showings of the Blob. It's a day I'll be there all day, walking around, checking the place out, having a great time, filming stuff. Should be pretty cool. And again, if you guys are there, I can take you around, show you some of the filming locations from the Blob and stuff. That'd be a lot of fun too, I think. And then Sunday, they're just doing, no street fair or anything like that, just one last showing of the Blob, and it'll be shown with the Ghastly Love of Johnny X, which is the one I'm going to. They're doing a Q&A afterwards with the director and everything, which would be pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing that. The only downfall to the Sunday showing is they don't, at least every time I've been there, they don't actually have the Blob. The Blob is not there. You don't go up and see the Blob and everything like that. It's really just kind of, they just open the theater up just to show the movie, and that's it. That's all that's going on that day. So that's the only downfall. But even though you don't get the same experience on a Sunday showing as you do on a Saturday showing, I prefer the Sunday showing because I get to promote, or get to, not promote, but get to support independent director, independent writer, stuff like that, and I love doing that, and I'm really interested in seeing those movies. The movie they double feature the Blob with, it's usually a movie I've either already seen or a movie I could just go out and buy. That's really, really cool, but I'm really interested in seeing, okay, what cool new modern day sci-fi movie or horror movie or something like that has this independent film director or independent film writer put out. I love seeing that, and that's why I like on the Sunday showing, just to show my support for independent films. So, all right, guys, there you go. I think I covered everything. Again, July 10th, 11th, and 12th. 11th is kind of the day to go, in my opinion. Although I would recommend, if you want to show your support for independent film directors, see the showing on the 12th as well. But definitely 11th is the day to go because, again, all the great stuff that day. Again, I'll be there that day, and it is going on in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Again, down below, I will put a link to the Colonial Theater's website where they have all the information you could pretty much ever want. You can buy your tickets there, which you don't need tickets to actually go to the Blobfest. You just need tickets to go watch the actual movie, the double feature movie they're doing, which is cheap. It's not expensive. It's not like you're paying like $50. You're paying I think it's a little bit over $10 or something like that. It's really, really cheap for 2 movies. It's a really awesome deal. I'd recommend doing that. And, but the whole street fair, absolutely 100% free just to walk around, have a good time. And there's so many cool vendors selling so much cool stuff. If you were into horror at all, sci-fi at all, it is an awesome thing to check out. And if you just love the Blob in general, it is pretty awesome to check out. So I'd highly recommend going. I will be there. If you're going to be there, leave a comment below. Let me know. Email me, something, whatever. Let me know if you are going to be there this year, because we can definitely meet up and hang out, have a good time, buy some cool merch, do some filming, just have a really, really fun time together. Let me know, because again, a lot of you guys have been asking about it ever since last year. I really wanted to do this video letting you guys know when it will be taking place. So I think I covered everything. Can't think of anything else I need to explain. I'm sure after I'm done this video, I will think of something and go, oh, I should have said this. But again, Colonial Theater's website's down below. If I did forget to say anything, pretty much any information you could possibly want is at the Colonial Theater's website. And if you want to know anything from me, leave a comment below. I will answer any questions you have to the best of my abilities. So, all right, guys, there you go. Again, the Blob. Got all my Blob stuff here. We have the old school. Who was this? This was Saturn Productions release of the Blob. Then, of course, we have the Criterion Collection, the sequel, the horrible sequel, Beware the Blob. Not a very good movie, but they're awesome remake of the Blob. Very good remake. And then my 2 VHS copies right here, the 35th anniversary edition, and then this one here, signed by Keith Almany. Very, very cool, right? Where is it? Right there. He signed it in silver, so it's a little hard to see. But right there. Very, very awesome. Still have the band and everything I got too from the theater. Very, very cool. That's awesome. So, all right, guys. Again, that is it. Any questions? Check out the Colonial Theater's website. Leave a comment below. I will try to answer them. And also, if I can find them, I'm gonna look around. I know they're on YouTube somewhere. I'm gonna put links to my last 2 Blobfest videos down below as well. So, all right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. And let me know if you're gonna show up. I would love to see you guys. Love to hang out with you guys. Love to do some film with you guys and do some hunting with you guys. So, let me know. See you possibly there. Bye.